Hi, this is Mr. Malay, and here's your video review for the quiz coming up on Friday in the United States AP History. You need to know the following terms. One second, sorry. You need to know what a red was. You need to know the following people. You need to know who Duke Ellington is, Charlie Chaplin, Babe Ruth, Louis Armstrong, Al Capone, Al Smith, Herbert Hoover, Rudy Valentino, Langston Hughes, and Calvin Coolidge. You need to know what buying on the margin was. You need to know what what Black Tuesday was. You need to know what a speakeasy was. You need to know what a fundamentalist is. You need to know what buying, installment buying is. You need to know that stockbrokers did really well during the 1920s, not so much farmers or immigrants or communists or other people. You need to know that nationwide during the Depression, unemployment was at 25%, but in places of high minorities like Harlem, it was almost 50%. You need to know what the Ohio Gang was. You need to know what the Teapot Dome scandal was. You need to know what laissez-faire means. It's French for hands off. You need to know who Carrie Nation was. She was that lady that walked around with a hatchet smashing up liquor bottles. You need to know what the 18th Amendment did. Outlawed alcohol. 19th Amendment gave women the right to vote. 21st Amendment repealed the 18th Amendment. You know what a hobo was. You know what suffrage is. You know what a tariff is. Blind pig. A flapper. You need to know what an Okie is. And a Hooverville. All right? Now for the short answer essay questions. You need to know what a Model T was and why the way it was built was significant. You know, they invented basically the assembly line. You need to know about the case of Sacco and Vanzetti. You need to know how the use of the car changed our society. You need to be able to tell me all about the Scopes trial. You need to be able to tell me about buying on the margin and how it led to the stock market crash. You need to know what the Red Scare was and the Palmer raids. You need to be able to tell me about the Bonus Army and how they basically ended Hoover's chance of re-election. You need to know about the Harlem Renaissance, what happened, what were they doing, what kind of things were they making. And the big essay question on this one is, you need to be able to tell me how the 1920s and the Great Depression was similar to the 1990s and early 2000s to our current recession. And it all comes down to people buying things they can't afford, people buying stocks on the margin versus people buying houses they can't afford, and deregulation of the banks. And we're going to talk all about that today in class. So if you study those things, you should be doing just fine for your quiz tomorrow in U.S. history.